All right, you guys, today I have Jackie Schimmel on the podcast. Sometimes I am fast friends with people. She is one of them. I giggled the whole time. She should be a stand-up comedian if she's not already, but she is known as the Bitch Bible on her podcast, social media. She dropped out of college and made a real cool life for herself, to be honest with you. She's so funny. She's so self-deprecating, which I love in a human being. And now she has a top podcast, and we get to just hang for the next 45 minutes. I loved every second of it, and I know you guys will too. You're like a self-proclaimed, what do you call yourself? Asshole.
Pop star? Oh, asshole. That works too. I wrote a bio like in 2014 that has been haunting me ever since.
Is that what it's from?
100%.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
self-proclaimed asshole. Is there anything more embarrassing than writing your own bio, by the way? I need to update that. I need AI to like
Yeah, but then I
fix
get
it.
embarrassed because it always seems like I'm like bragging about myself. Like, I hate seeing a bio in general.
Yeah, no, they're all embarrassing, but more embarrassing when you write them yourselves. I will be rewriting mine this evening.
Okay. Do you want my help?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to lead with pop star. I am a pop star. Everyone forgets.
Is it, what do you mean you're a pop star?
I put out a pop song in the height of COVID when no one was putting music out, and I was able to chart because of such, and now I'm a pop star. I thought it was really funny at the time. Now it's very embarrassing.
No, wait,
What was the song called?
Yeah.
Bitch.
As it should be.
My husband is a music producer.
Okay.
We were locked up raw. I was like, wouldn't it be like amazing if I came out with a song? And he's like, no, that's really embarrassing. And I'm like, you're not doing anything, bitch. So I made him write me a song and produce the song for me. And then, like, you know, everyone was drinking during COVID. I would slosh back a couple martinis and I'm like, I think I'm like the next Christina Aguilera. Like, who knew I had this talent? It's not bad. It's embarrassing, but it's not bad. The production's stunning.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah. That was a real ad lib.
What?
I was like, I'm so good. My husband had me auto-tuned. So when I put the headphones on and I was like, let me like try some BVs, background vocals. And I was like, I sound so good. But then I didn't realize that I was fully auto-tuned. So then I was like, we got to get this on Instagram. I started like putting a camera out, but it was just like my raw vocal because I was hearing the background.
Yeah.
And then it was just me being like, bitch, and it's so bad. And my husband, I look over at his face and he's like wincing in pain. And I'm like, what? You're so intimidated by me. So I just like to lead with that. I like to drop that in at the top.
That's so funny. I too was on the charts as a pop star.
Shut the up.
Made it #1.
So did I, but like it's not a competition.
It is a competition. I'm so competitive.
Me too.
Okay, so we both win.
Yeah, both
Okay.
#1. I did go number 23 on Billboard charts, but that's just a whole other story.
For that song.
Yeah.
Is it a one-hit wonder? You do other things.
No, it's a one-hit wonder.
Are you going to leave it at that, or are you going to continue this?
I have been begging. My husband will not touch it with a 10-foot pole. I have to outsource. Blood Pop, Mark Ronson, somebody.
So wait, your husband's in the music biz.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been together?
12 years.
Oh my gosh. Why do I keep meeting people who have beautiful love stories?
Yeah.
Been together for 12 years.
We like each other. It's like not
nice.
fun or cool,
But you like each other, and that's
we do.
nice.
Yeah, we get along pretty well. He's
That's
obsessed
nice.
with me.
Yeah.
I could do without him.
I want all of your confidence and energy. It's so good.
I love it.
No, it's so bad, Kaitlyn.
No,
it's terrible.
It's really not. It's actually quite inspirational.
It's not of the times.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I feel like it's like just like liking yourself isn't really cool anymore. I feel like it's made a comeback in the more recent years, but for a long time, it's just like not that cool.
Why? Because people think it's like cocky or something?
Cocky and arrogant.
But it's funny because it's...
Have you seen Gen Z? They all love themselves.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, it
I'm
is
not
of the
part of
times.
Gen Z, so like maybe that's why there's the
Me either.
disconnect.
That's Bailey had to tell me. By the way, everybody, Bailey's in the peanut gallery over there again today.
back.
This morning, Bailey had to tell me that tucking my shirt in is millennial.
Oh.
Like
Into
I
your
thought a little
pants.
French tuck.
I know I did the same thing.
Yeah,
That's because I'm
French.
fluctuating because I just had a baby.
You just had a baby?
Not really. It was 9 months ago, but I keep saying that because I just feel like it is a safety net.
9 months ago is not that long ago to have had a baby.
That's
Congratulations.
true. Thank you.
First one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you like being a mom?
I like it sometimes.
It's like you with your husband. I like
Yeah.
him sometimes.
I wouldn't say that I like fully identify as a mother.
Okay.
Like I don't know if that's like I'm not gonna get a necklace that says mama for me personally are like a ring
Okay.
or like a shirt
Yeah.
or anything. I don't like any type of like mom merch.
Okay.
That's not really my journey.
What about matching outfits?
No, I don't think so. But I
I
do.
knew you'd have a strong opinion there.
I have a strong opinion. We do color coordinate sometimes.
That's cute.
But I am obsessed with him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like I'm obsessed
What's
with
his
him.
name?
Clyde.
Clyde.
Cloyd, yeah.
Oh, I love that name. Oh, that's adorable. Okay,
cute.
so then you and your husband had been together for 12 years, and were you like, maybe this is personal.
Please.
Okay, I figured. Were you like trying and it wasn't working, or did you just decide out of nowhere? Was it a whoopsie baby? What happened?
No, it was pretty immediate. I was holding off as long as humanly possible.
Okay.
And I knew that my husband was going to be traveling a lot.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, we could start trying. Because I was like, oh, there's no f***ing way.
Yeah.
Like, there's like one
And
day.
of course, it's, yeah.
And I took that pregnancy test and I was devastated.
This is so. Nikki Glazer, we were just watching her. Did you see her stand up on Netflix?
No, I'm dying to watch it though. I hear it's great.
She just, there's pushing the boundaries and then there's completely shoving them and down people's throats. And like,
Yeah.
she does that. And I
Love
think
that.
it's so funny.
Yeah.
But she was saying how that is so typical. There are people who.
It's annoying. Yeah.
There's people
it's
who
so
pray
annoying.
for children who it won't work out for them, and God's like, seems a little desperate. Like, and then there's people who are like, I don't know, I guess we should try. And then it happens for them. That's so not fair.
It's universal reverse psychology. That's what I call it.
Yes.
Because I genuinely, in my heart, was like, I need a couple dress rehearsals here. Like,
Right.
I'm trying, like,
Yeah.
wink, wink. I'm
Yeah.
like, Andrew, I got the app. Like, I
Yeah.
wasn't checking that app. I was like, I wasn't prepared.
Right.
And then, yeah.
Wow.
And I took pregnancy tests through the entirety of my pregnancy because I'm like,
You're like, surely
way.
this is a joke.
Totally.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's rewind like a long time. I just like hearing people's journeys sometimes of how you got to where you got to.
Yeah.
And I read obviously that you were a college dropout.
Oh, yes. Made
Okay.
it one day, community college. Let's not get crazy. But yes, one
day?
One day.
And you're like, this isn't for me.
I knew it wasn't for me. I should have never even gone and done the thing, but I kind of had to. My parents made me. Not made me, but like that's what you did.
Yeah.
You barely graduate high school
Yeah.
and then you go to community
Yeah.
college for a day.
Yeah.
I hated it like
Yeah.
so much. I was like, this is just not going to serve me in any way, shape, or form.
And
Like,
I bet it wouldn't have if you stuck out with it. Like,
no, it
No.
would have just delayed things or like
put you in debt a little bit.
totally and
Yeah.
detoured me into God knows what. Like I was miserable. I f***ing hated it.
Yeah. Okay, now this is so. I've known you for about 5 minutes, and this is so you. You faked a diploma.
Oh yeah, very well.
I feel like that's also something you would do.
I would totally do that.
Very well. And, it was hard to do back in the day. I used the Paint app.
Oh my God.
What is
I'm
that?
back.
It's like a desktop Paint app where I had to like
Oh, yes.
drag and drop Google images. I mean, the resourcefulness and the craftsmanship is
There was
top
no
tier.
Canva. There was
Wow,
no
yeah,
Canva.
No, you had to like really like get crafty on this bitch.
Wow.
I think there was also an element of like using a scanner where I would cut things. I would print a version of lots of different things.
Yeah.
And then I was cutting, and then I was taping, then I was scanning. Then we were mailing. Like there's a lot of
Why
things.
did you go to this extent? Was it for your parents to be like, look, I have a diploma? Or what was it for?
My parents knew that I had
was it to
dropped
get a
out.
job?
It was to get a job.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like you got a job out of it.
I mean, barely, but yes, I was a
Well, you were a
receptionist.
receptionist.
It was
But
hardly.
did they look at the diploma and go, oh, okay.
Well, they did employment verification, which was something I had never heard of, where they had to on my resume, I said that I graduated from UCLA with a degree in broadcast journalism. I was also in a sorority and did a lot of philanthropic work. I just thought that they weren't going to check, and then they did check, and it was actually my job to check. So I just kept putting my shit on the bottom of the file, and then I crafted a diploma, which looked pretty good, honestly.
Innovation, honestly.
Yeah.
And then you tried to get fired, but they wouldn't fire you?
Well, I had heard no, there was two girls before me that were receptionists, and they got a really sick severance package of 6 months.
Oh, so you're
I
like,
was
that sounds
hello, that sounds
vacation.
to die for.
Yeah.
They just wouldn't fire me. It was the craziest thing. I was the worst employee. I would walk around with the Bluetooth not plugged in, and I'd be like, sorry, I did nothing. I just had to give people water and like schedule the conference rooms and do my employment verifications. It was the best job ever, by the way.
That's very funny. That reminds me of this episode of Family Guy where Joan Rivers is like interviewing people on a red carpet. And then they're like, Joan, you're not even plugged in. Like you're not supposed to be here. Like that's and they,
That was me.
kicked her out. That was you.
Fully. And people like, it was very odd to me. And even now it's very odd to me. People would always be like, well, what's next? Like, what are your dreams? What are your goals? And I'm like, I'm good.
Don't need them.
Like totally chill being a receptionist. Like I was fine with that. I wasn't like, God, one of these days I'm going to break out of here and make it big. Like I was fine. Like I'm still fine. People are like, what's next? I'm like, nothing. I'm good.
I win.
Like who cares?
Me.
Universal reverse psychology. If you act like you don't care,
That's when it happens.
I don't know. Sounds
Well,
good,
it kind
doesn't
of
it?
did happen for you. So
Not really. I mean, sort of. I got really lucky. Really lucky.
I disagree. Maybe I agree with that for you. I
Listen.
always disagree with that because I'm like, you're not lucky. You worked really hard for that. But I'm like, no, you are lucky.
I got so lucky. There were 4 podcasts when I came out with a podcast.
4.
There was maybe
Joe Rogan.
How many years have you been doing it?
10.
Damn.
10 years.
Damn.
Yeah, there were no shows. It was unbelievable. I was like, oh my God, I'm charting. There was
There was only 4. You're like, I'm the top 4.
literally, there wasn't even categories when I
Stop.
started. There was no comedy. There was no video. I made the artwork on the Paint app
How did
for
you
the
even
Bitch
know what a
Bible.
podcast was?
Yeah. How did you
Somebody
start?
came to me and was like, do you want to host a podcast? I was like, sure.
Where?
So I started like a really sad, tragic blog while I was said receptionist, and I used to write housewives recaps, and
You mean
like
sad, but also people cared?
like 14 people. Like
Okay.
it was not a thing at all. I like did one housewives recap that got like picked up a little bit on Twitter, and then
And this was the Bitch Bible?
yeah,
Okay.
and then it got someone published it on like alluremagazine.com or something. And then I got invited to be the bartender on Watch What Happens Live.
That's
My
cool.
dream.
And I wore a jumpsuit with the tags inside, said I had food poisoning, flew to New York, and the production company was like, hey, we're starting a podcast network. Would you be interested in hosting a podcast? And I was like, sure.
I mean, do you not see that you have the personality to be somebody?
I don't know. I guess so. Like, I think I'm a hoot and a half, but like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
you are.
Need to revive one of the housewife franchises here. Like, you live in LA, right?
Yeah, not with a gun to my head. Love you, but no thank you.
I
I'm
want to
good.
watch you on that because they're boring as.
I
No,
want
thank
them-
you. I'm good.
I
I'd
want
like
them to do a Real Housewives of Nashville, and I want to be one.
I heard that was a possibility.
Yeah,
at
but I
some
think
point.
they axed a bunch of it because of some stuff was going down. I don't know.
Yeah. I heard that too.
Huh.
You'd be good.
Well, do you have to be a housewife?
No, not
Okay.
anymore.
Okay.
None of them are housewives.
Because I'm like my own housewife.
yeah, that
Yeah,
works.
no,
Yeah.
New York was a bunch of like
Boss.
single
Ladies.
women. Yeah.
Can I
Okay.
tell you something
Yes.
funny about us?
Yeah?
Okay. I don't think you're going to remember this. I've been waiting till we're on mic. Now we're warmed up a little bit.
Oh, no.
I was supposed to come on your podcast.
When?
Like years and years and years ago.
Okay.
I can't remember my social security number, but I remember this.
I also can I can see the passion in your eyes. I feel like
I was supposed to come on your podcast, or you were supposed to come on my podcast.
Okay.
And at the time, I called your boyfriend or fiance a budget Ryan Gosling, and you canceled.
I'm trying to think because obviously that was like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
But I wonder, because first of all, I don't remember this.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would ever go, she called him a budget Ryan Gosling. I'm not doing her podcast.
Her.
But I will say I was quite, not petty, but like, I was weird back in the day, maybe highly sensitive to what people were saying. But I remember, because I think Stassi said something like talking mad shit about me on her podcast one time. And then asked me to come on. And I'm like, no. But now I love her. And I was like, oh, I should have just gone on and.
By the way, when you've been podcasting so long, like there are so many things that have done a complete 360 for me. Like people I talked ruthless shit about, and now they're like, I'm like on vacation with them. I'm like, sorry, that was a long time ago. Same with Stassi.
Yes.
I talked shit about Stassi so hard.
Yeah.
I was like, she thinks she's Carrie Bradshaw because she knows what a Zara is. Like, I literally said that about her. And then 2 months later, she came on my podcast, and now she's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I, like, love her. And I think it's so funny.
Well, it's probably like a maturity thing, too, where, do you know who Jared Freed is?
Yes, of course.
He talked so much shit about me, and
Yeah.
the whole, like, is it The Bachelor or
Yeah.
that whole podcast world? Like, there was a few that always said, like, that me and Jason were performative and they didn't like me and all this stuff. Like, back 7-8 years ago, I would have been like, damn, I'm never talking to him. And I was like, bring him on my podcast.
Totally.
Because that ends up working out,
It's
and then you're
growth,
like, yes.
It's resolution. Also, we
It's
need to reserve
downloads.
the right. Yeah, we need to reserve the right to just talk open shit.
Yeah.
And then apologize for it later. Like, we don't need to be tethered to things we said so long ago.
Especially when we put ourselves out there and we realize, like, it's so easy to talk shit on people on The Bachelorette. I do it now. Like,
Oh my God, of course.
yeah. So I see it now from a different perspective. I go, I get it now. I get it now.
Low hanging fruit.
It really is.
Sometimes you're hungry and you just gotta.
Pick what's
Grab
there,
it.
and it works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I know. I get it now, and I apologize for. I can't believe I canceled though.
I know. Kind of baller. Love that.
But were
Love
you
that energy.
Were you like this?
Not really. I
Oh,
was
really?
like, whoopsie.
Well, that's not. I mean, you could have said worse.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause-
Oh my God.
'cause-
For me, on the Richter scale, that's like a 0.03. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Really?
Because if somebody called me a budget Megan Fox, I'd be like, thank you.
Yeah.
A budget Ryan Gosling is still a Ryan Gosling.
Oh, totally.
Okay, do you ever find yourself tossing and turning at night, just too hot to get comfy? I used to have one leg under the blanket, one leg out, still couldn't find the right balance. That is until I discovered Boll and Branch. Now, their sheets are a game changer for hot sleepers like me. It's made with 100% organic cotton percale. They have this naturally cooling weave. Or try their linen crafted from European flax, light, airy, and softer than anything I've ever felt. I'm really missing the sheets these days in Costa Rica. Let me tell you, for the moment I slipped into those sheets, I could feel the quality. They start off silky and soft, and the best part, they get even better with every wash. I've been sleeping cooler and more comfortably all summer long. Plus, they look gorgeous. Bonus. I chose the classic white, and then they brighten up my whole room, and making the bed a breeze thanks to the handy top and bottom tags. So get your coolest, most comfortable sleep with Boll and Branch. Get 15% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets when you use promo code VINE15 at bollandbranch.com. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND branch.com, promo code VINE15 for 15% off plus free shipping. Exclusions apply. See site for details. Sweet dreams. Are you from New York?
No, everyone thinks that.
Why does everyone think that?
I don't know. Maybe just my communication styling is a little bit more East Coast. I'm from LA.
You're from LA.
Yeah. People ask me sometimes, which is so rude, if I'm from New Jersey, which I don't love.
Why?
No
'Cause
offense to
people
New
are
Jersey.
so like harsh.
I just don't see myself in Jersey. I don't know.
I only ever ask someone if they're from Jersey if they have an accent.
Exactly.
So.
And I don't have an accent.
No.
So
I
don't
could
really
see
know.
New York though. Like you definitely give like
The,
the confidence
like you've-
of a New Yorker.
Yeah, it's the confidence, and like I feel like New York can chew you up and spit you out if you can't hang, and I
Yeah.
feel like you could hang.
I can hang.
Yeah, so it feels like you give off the energy of like I've seen some shit and I've lived in New York.
Oh, I like that. I'll take that.
Like you've taken the subway your whole life kind of vibes.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Okay, but
okay,
LA.
I'll take it. But LA, like suburbs, like not really.
Okay. I know I said this yesterday on a podcast, but I want Jackie on Traders. Would you ever do that?
Oh.
No,
No.
of course not.
Why?
I like my life. Like, no, I'm good. I have a very private husband. I'm shockingly a private person. Do we have the same sunglasses?
I also
so
have them
does
in my
she.
purse.
Hell yeah.
But are yours the dupes?
No.
Oh.
Oh
yeah, me
I'm
either.
pissed about it. No, I'm really irritated. One of my best friends, she got some on Amazon. They look exactly the same. They even have the
These
logo.
are Amazon.
Me.
I
Right.
know.
That's really annoying.
That is annoying, but I will say that these start like not fitting my face after a while of using them. But
They're
I'll just get another
$20.
one because they're
What do you
$20.
expect?
Exactly. F you.
When you started your blog, what was it about?
my
just
God.
just Real Housewives?
No, it was so sad. Thank God I took it off the internet like 7 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I thought I was going to be like a writer, even though I like,
But did you always like writing?
yes,
Okay.
I do like to write. So I I just was like writing like really strongly worded like essays and lists.
And were you making money off this
recaps.
blog?
No.
Oh, cute. It was
Zero.
a hobby. Okay.
It was a hobby. And it was, you know what's really diabolical is
What?
that I like learned how to code and I learned how to build a website. Not out of like, like not because I'm like some like tech wizard, because I had no money. So I couldn't like hire someone to make a website for me. So I was like, how do you buy a domain? And then I like got it and then I like
This
built
is why
it.
you don't need college, because you can just figure it out on your own.
Google is amazing.
Google it, YouTube tutorials can teach
College
you to do
is
anything.
so overrated in
I
my
didn't go.
personal opinion.
I didn't go.
It's stupid.
Oh, look at me now.
And look at us.
Yeah,
Sitting
thriving.
amongst, some faux foliage in front of cameras, just talking shit for sport. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Doesn't get better, guys.
Oh my God.
I just like built this website and then it was private for a year. So I was just like publishing things, but I was the only person that could.
Why are we private?
I don't know. I was just like testing the waters. I was embarrassed, so I just like did it for a year for no one. Like
Yeah.
I was the only person that could visit the website, which is so weird.
That is a bit weird.
It's weird. Yeah. It's
So
talk about
what-
performative. That's performative. It's weird.
What made you go public?
Because no one was ever like the delusion in my head, like, oh God, I don't want the kids from school seeing this. Like no one was gonna listen. Like no one was reading it. No one was metabolizing anything.
Well, and then again, universe, the reverse psychology, joke's on you. People read it.
Yeah, I wanted to like make sure I like kind of knew what I was doing, and then we did like hard launch. And by we, I mean just me, like at the receptionist desk. And then it got like a little bit of traction.
Yeah.
Like barely any traction.
Yeah.
And then I was like, holy I've done it again, Schimmel. Like, and it was nothing. I made no money from it. It was
But then
great.
you transitioned the blog into like social media and a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, had a podcast before I didn't have Instagram. I didn't have Twitter.
Wow.
I didn't have anything, really. It was really random. I got very lucky because there were no shows.
And now 10 years later,
10 years deep, still kicking it, still hanging on
Still-
for dear life.
please tell me you're not working for free anymore.
No.
Okay, good.
Oh, I would have
She's
retired
making money.
quite a long time ago. Yeah, no.
That's
The curtains would have closed, the lights would have dimmed.
Yeah.
I'd be long gone.
bow,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yes.
Okay. And is it your favorite thing, podcasting? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
You like it more than mothering?
Yeah. Oh my God. By the way, not a joke. 100%. So much easier
Well, yeah. Okay, it's easier.
and more fun.
What's the hardest part about being a mom?
Oh my God. It's just, it's grueling. I'm not a patient person.
Yeah.
And you're just stuck with him forever. So if he's crying, you're there.
Yeah.
If he's losing his shit,
Yeah, you don't get
you're
a day
there.
off.
No, and like even if you have help, and I will be transparent, I have help.
Yeah.
You still feel like I still like want to go see him.
Yeah.
Like I want to like go check up on him, which
Yeah.
is crazy that I'm even saying. But not for the first 3 months. First 3 months, totally glazed. Couldn't be less interested. I was totally out.
Were you postpartum? Was it postpartum depression? No.
No, just couldn't.
Thank you for your
compute.
honesty, because I think first of all, it's scary to be honest about how you're actually feeling, because you know that there's women out there that are like, I am trying so hard to have a child, and you are
Yes.
just blessed with one, and you couldn't.
Totally.
And you probably have empathy for that, but
I do.
You're sharing your personal experience and just being honest with how you felt. And a lot of
Yeah.
people can connect with that too, because I know a few people who have had a baby and they got so scared because they weren't connecting to it right away.
Yeah.
That happens too. Like everybody's story is so different.
Right. And all we can be is honest.
Yes, exactly.
So, I mean, I could be like a real piece of shit. I could also like mince and parse every word that I say, every sentiment I put out in the universe to accommodate what I think is likable or relatable or empathetic, or I can just be honest.
Yes. It's my
Um,
favorite kind of person.
So that's all I know how to do. And for the first 3 months, I was not sad. I was not postpartum. I was just a little detached from the process. Everything felt like very overwhelming. Just even like knowing how to pick him up
Yeah.
was overwhelming. My mom
People
has
think
passed.
it's supposed to come easily to you. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry about
Oh
your
no,
mom.
that's okay. But that is also a part. Like I didn't have like help.
Yeah.
Like maternal help.
Yep.
So I was very confused by the entire
Yeah.
procedure.
Yeah. Assignment.
The assignment.
Yeah.
Like, I was just very confused. And when he would start crying, and I was like, what do we do? Like, I kind of would go hands off deck. Like,
Yeah.
I just couldn't workshop how to fix it.
Which is interesting for you because I feel like you can figure anything out.
Have felt that way previously, and I don't run nervous at all.
Really?
I'm not a nervous person, which I think people would be surprised by. Like, I'm built for disaster in certain ways. Like, I don't lose my shit easily. But with like a crying baby, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
And you feel very tethered to the home, which I hate. You just feel tethered in general
Yeah.
and lost.
Yeah.
And then the kinks work themselves out.
Yeah.
Now we're like kind of in a fun zone, but he's
I
still
feel
like
like-
annoying sometimes.
I feel like you're going to love like a 5-year-old and then like when he's like 13.
Oh, I'm ready to rumble. Yeah.
See?
totally.
I like live for a baby phase and I
Yes.
love a toddler and I'm terrified of a teen.
Yeah.
I feel like you're the opposite.
I'm the opposite. I'm like excited for him to like develop into a little monster, which is happening rapidly, unfortunately.
I would love to see you at a grocery store with him, and I'd just be like the person in line watching you. Like,
Oh, he throws things. He hisses at people, which is kind
Hisses?
of he hisses. That's my favorite thing. He goes, and I'm like, that's my son. That's my baby. Not talking or crawling, but he hisses. So
See it, people? I die. That's amazing.
yeah.
Do you think that your like content or your perspective or what you do with your work now has shifted at all since having a kid?
No.
No.
Not really. And it's so funny because people are like, just wait till you have a baby. You'll be more mindful. No, it's completely the opposite. People are like, what are you going to do when he gets older? I'm going to be like, you're welcome. Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not embarrassed. I know exactly what I'm saying. It's very, not really intentional, but like, I'm being honest. I do not care.
Yeah. And what is your husband like as a dad?
So sweet.
Is he?
The sweetest,
Yeah.
like so maternal.
Is he?
He's like the lovingest, like sweetest, patient, nervous.
Aw.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that's usually how it works in relationships. but
Totally.
That's crazy. Okay, so has he always been like that?
yeah.
Okay, so having a kid didn't like turn the beat around for him.
No, not at all.
Oh.
Yeah, he's really good at it. It's annoying.
I feel really stupid asking because I can't remember if I asked you this, but how did you guys meet?
We met like at a bar,
Oh.
just randomly. Yeah, old school. My
Yeah.
friend went to college with him.
Yeah.
Good for them, losers. And introduced us. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cute.
cute and boring.
No, I like cute and boring though.
Yeah.
I think that's nice.
It works.
What advice would you give to aspiring podcasters and bloggers who
you were gonna say pop stars.
that
I don't know why I thought that's what you were gonna
What
say.
advice would you give to aspiring pop stars as one yourself?
It's hard out there. The music industry is a slippery slope, and just don't get blinded by the lights. My advice to people who want to get into podcasting:
Yes.
don't. It's too late.
Yeah. Thank you.
Think of what's coming up next.
Honestly.
It's too late. I don't say that as a hater, okay? I say that as a realist. I'm looking into the camera because I really want this to connect.
She means this.
I really mean this from like the bottom of my vagina. Don't do it. It's too late. It's oversaturated unless you have a pre-existing platform that's really going to pop off.
Yeah.
And even then, sometimes it doesn't translate.
Yeah.
It's a losing game. You're not going to make money. If
Yeah.
you want a hobby, go for it. If you want to make
Totally.
money, sell leggings or essential oils or something.
That's really too
Just
late. Essential oils. I was like, that's
Jump on that
definitely too
MLM
late.
shit. Yeah. You're honestly better off.
Oh, so what do you think the next thing is going to be?
I don't know. People like jumped on the tickety talks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so glad I didn't partake in that. You never should invest time into a portal where you don't own your intellectual property. That's what my mission statement
smart.
has always been. Like,
Wow.
TikTok could get banned. What the are those hoes gonna do? I don't know.
What are they going to do?
I don't know. Do you own your IP on OnlyFans? Because they could go there.
What about if they have just as good of a following on Instagram?
I don't think it's smart to invest like a ton of time in an IP that you don't own. Like, you don't own the rights to
Yeah.
Instagram. I've been kicked off Instagram 3 times, so I've never like heavily invested in it. But get your cash.
Yeah.
Invest.
Yeah.
Be smart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where this is coming from. Like, I'm a full-blown idiot, but I like it. Sounds good.
It actually is very smart.
Yeah.
And if I looked over at Bailey and she was like, smart. That is smart,
It is
right?
smart.
Okay, I know you're probably juggling a million things right now, driving, hitting the gym, prepping for a fun night out, whatever you're doing. But here's something you can check off your list while you're getting at it, and that's getting an auto quote from Progressive Insurance. Now imagine this. You could save around $750 on average just by switching to Progressive, and it's not just about big savings. Auto customers can snag up to 7 discounts. So think discounts for having multiple vehicles, being a homeowner, and so much more. So while you're on the move, why not multitask and get a quote right from your own phone? It's quick, it's easy, you'll join over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive to have their backs 24/7, 365 days a year. Just like Off the Vine keeps you entertained, Progressive keeps you protected. So head over to progressive.com and get that quote and see how much you could save today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, national average, 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations. Last night, this is so lame. I'm so Canadian. Last night, my Edmonton Oilers were playing in the playoffs against our 2 home teams were battling.
Okay.
I was so fired up that I didn't even sleep properly, and my Aura ring this morning was like, did something happen last night to you?
Oh my God.
Because
I took mine off and I'm feeling really lost without it.
Yeah.
Guess what my sleep score was last night?
82,
Try again.
64,
Try again.
42.
95. 95. 90.
I've never even seen that number, and I'm a good sleeper.
I'm going to screenshot it and send it to you because I have
Why?
proof. I don't know.
You didn't toss, you didn't turn, you didn't wake up.
I don't know. I'm like, did I die? Like, did I go into a coma?
I've never seen that sleep score before.
Yeah, 95.
That's
I was like,
optimal.
I gasped.
Yeah.
Because I still woke up and I felt like tired. And I was like, really?
But
You're like,
what
this
was
is
your
what it
readiness,
feels like to
though?
be good.
92.
What?
I know. I should be ready to take on the world. And I feel like I'm operating at 33% still.
Do you think Aura Ring lies to us?
Yes.
But why does it know when I get my period?
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've just convinced myself it's a lie. I'm like, this can't be true.
Okay.
But we'll see.
I have a game for you.
Oh, okay.
Love
games.
Since you're into pop culture,
Uh-huh.
I thought we could play a little pop culture game. We're going to revisit some iconic moments from pop culture history and then get your take on them.
Great. Oh, good. We're all going into this
Kaitlyn
wine.
knows nothing about pop culture, which is my favorite
Nothing.
thing.
Really?
I don't know anything about pop culture. Like, I know, like, Britney Spears isn't okay right now.
No, we all freed her. We got way too emboldened.
I feel a little bit, like, responsible.
We should.
Yeah.
Blood is on our hands. We all should feel responsible. We really pioneered a movement that we didn't have proper intel about, and I'm worried about it. In
That's
ways.
why we don't trust what we see on the internet.
No. We all have too much free reign.
Okay, well, speaking of Britney Spears,
Okay.
her head shaving incident.
I totally get it. Hindsight being 2020, she was taking control of her life.
Yeah.
She wanted to just
Free herself.
Free herself.
Yeah.
The outfit choice, if you're gonna shave your head, I would go with maybe like a
Like a
little-
turtleneck?
I don't know, something that just frames the face a little bit more. I believe she was in a gray zip-up hoodie,
Yeah.
boxer shorts, and Uggs, which was pretty par for
Honestly,
the course.
that's very trendy right now.
Yeah, I feel like Bailey
Boxer
would wear
shorts
that.
are in. I would wear that whole outfit right now.
It's all very cyclical. We're all gonna shave our heads after this. Hello,
Boxer shorts.
boxer shorts, baby.
I am on the verge of shaving my head, too.
Too. Me.
Isn't it funny that you see the memes, the older we get, the more we understand Britney Spears shaving her head and having a breakdown?
100%. I get it. Yeah, I think not as crazy as it was digested at the time. I feel
the crazy part was her smashing windows with an umbrella.
yeah.
Yeah.
The crazy part was how society treated her, genuinely.
If we're being serious
Yeah.
and getting
Sure.
down to the bottom of it, how her family treated her,
All the things.
all the things. I totally understand why she would have a mental breakdown.
Oh, yeah. 1000%.
That must feel so crazy to shave your head.
Oh, it must feel amazing.
Yeah.
Can you
fresh
even?
start.
Just I lust for it.
Except
What do you think your husband would do if you just came home with a shaved head?
He'd be like, I already know. He'd be like, honey, he would pretend to like it. He'd pretend to like it, but then he'd be making some side calls, being like, this bitch has lost her mind. But he'd be scared, so he would just navigate it probably
is his
gracefully.
personality I know you said private, but can he keep up with your humor and everything?
Yes.
Oh, amazing.
He has the best sense of humor. I
Yeah.
always joke that he's not funny, but he has a great sense of humor.
Really?
But he is really funny. He has a really dark up, twisted sense
Ooh, I
of
love
humor, but he's
that.
like quiet, so
Yeah.
people don't know that about him. But he's like low-key such a dick.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I like when people like are a little more reserved, but then have this dark humor.
He's very reserved.
Yeah.
But like in the confines of our own home with our people, like he's a real asshole
Oh, I love it.
in a good way.
In a good way, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, what about Kanye West interrupting Taylor Swift? Now, seeing where Taylor's at, like, what was your take on that?
I thought it was rude, inappropriate. Kanye is an asshole. He was an asshole. He is an asshole. He's
Yeah.
always going to be a asshole.
Yeah.
I wish for Taylor, and obviously, like, you know, with growth, I think that now she would handle it very differently. And it's not on her to do this. It's totally his fault because I don't want the Swifties coming after me. And I love Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I wish she would have just like gave it to him.
I know.
Been like,
She was
sit
like,
the
Yeah.
down and let me say my goddamn speech, sir.
Could you imagine?
I would have short circuited.
I would
Yeah.
love to see it now.
Me
because
too.
I feel like she would do this
Totally.
today.
What do you think about her writing the "Thank You, Amy" song that's clearly to Kim? Like, do you think? Because I always feel like she's so above these things, but like she made it so obvious it was about Kim.
Yeah.
Where usually
Yeah.
she's a little more subtle.
I don't think she's above it. I think she just will always do it through her music.
Yeah,
I
which
think
is
she's very
smart.
strategic.
It's very
Yeah.
strategic.
Yeah.
I like when celebrities get petty.
Same.
Oh, I do too.
I think it humanizes them.
Yes.
I think it's tangible. I think it's relatable.
I do too.
And like, let's get petty. Sometimes it's funny.
I live for a petty moment.
It's so
And it
much.
feels good. I don't care if it just
great.
feels good temporarily either. It feels good.
And don't you think it takes, like, I think the song is so funny because it's obviously very petty and it's about Kim Kardashian, but I think it, like, actually diffuses the situation. I feel like petty
Yeah.
shit makes it less serious
That's true.
that's like my warped view on things. But I
No.
think it's just, like, kind of funny and stupid.
Oh my God, I forgot about this. Remember Kim Kardashian's champagne booty that broke the internet?
Oh,
Yeah.
Remember that?
Paper Magazine.
Paper Magazine.
Yeah. I think, you know, it's very Kim Kardashian.
I loved it.
I liked it. Like,
See, I honestly just don't think it was that internet break worthy.
me either. Like,
But it did, right?
It did, but I'm just like,
You're like, why?
Yeah, I don't get why that broke the internet. I think of all the things, like that was tame. I mean,
I think it broke the internet because I think everybody was trying to recreate the photo. So then it was like funny, like Seth Rogen or something, like trying to recreate it. I don't know. Maybe
I
that's...
could not balance. I mean, nothing on this ass.
Jackie's would be her boob.
My boobs, but no, it would have to be the under boob because it's flat.
You know, oh my God. You would have to put the stem of a champagne glass.
I could do that
under
easy.
that, lay sideways.
Yes.
I'd be like, bottoms up.
Brad Pitt cheating on Jennifer Aniston with Angelina Jolie.
Devastating and a mistake.
Did you lose hope in love?
Not exactly.
Oh,
but
yeah, me either.
Not really, but devastating. And I bet that is one of the greatest regrets of his life.
Yeah.
And I love that for her.
Yeah. I love that for her too.
Yeah.
What about the phenomenon of Tiger King?
Oh, see, I blocked all of that out because I watched it during COVID. I blocked
Same.
everything that I consumed
Trauma
during
block.
COVID. I can't listen to Savage. I'm a savage.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
I can't listen to it. I literally, it transports me
I
back in
forgot
time.
about that song.
I'm the same way with
Blinded by the Lights, yeah.
Yes.
Blinding Lights. What is
oh
it called?
my gosh.
Yeah. Weekend.
Weekend, yeah.
Yeah. I can't. Same thing.
Can't do it.
That's funny how we're also. And don't you think we all have blacked out like 3 years of our lives?
1000%. I thank God. Did you podcast during COVID?
Yeah.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
And I really I loved every second of it. I was like,
Me
this
too.
is my moment, bitches. I don't have guests. Like I was
Finally, the
so-
star of the show.
so stoked,
Yeah.
and I created so many issues for myself just internally. This is so f***ed up to say. I said I wasn't going to talk about this anymore. I found out that my neighbor had lost her arm during COVID.
Yeah.
And
From COVID?
no.
Oh.
Just during COVID, one day,
Just lost her arm?
she just didn't have an arm one day. And I was like, what the f-? Like, when did this happen? Did we not notice? It became like a whole murder mystery in my house.
Yeah.
Because you're so bored, you're locked up raw in COVID.
Yeah.
Okay? So I started really going to the depths of my creativity, being like, what happened? Maybe she was doing yard work and then shit got severed. I started thinking of all these things. During COVID, I was really into throwing my husband's things into her yard because I thought that was funny. we'd get in fights. I'd spark a fight. I'd have a couple martinis. We'd play Yahtzee. I'd throw the dice over into her yard, and then I'd make my husband go retrieve his things from the neighbor.
I want to like be married to you.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Okay, so then he'd have to go over and get
So
them.
he'd have to go over. He's like, Jackie, don't. And I'm like, what'd you say? And it was just the only way I could keep myself entertained. So one day he goes over to my neighbor, okay? She comes to the door. She has one arm. Terrible, okay? So now I'm imagining her digging his shoes out of her yard with one arm. Andrew comes home. He's like, Jackie, you need to stop throwing things into Cheryl's yard. She doesn't have an arm anymore. And I'm like, what? Like, did she not have an arm before COVID? Like, what happened? Like, this whole thing. We started talking
Please
about
tell
it.
me you figured out the mystery.
No, never did. Never did. But then I really started losing my mind because one day I was outside and I saw her reaching, this is, your listeners will love this, reaching for a box with two hands. What? I thought there was like a jazz hand element. Like I saw the phalanges move. And then I was like, oh my God, what the going on like this? And I talked about it every single week on my podcast for months and months and months and months. Then, COVID ends. Gets a little awkward when you run into Cheryl. We had to move. We did move, thank God.
You moved because of Cheryl's one arm?
No, but
Oh.
it was a good like jumping point to find a home. You know what I mean? I'm like, we
Yeah.
got to get out of here. Like shit's gotten real. It's awkward. I have now extorted this poor woman for a year and a half. I was
I'm
like,
con-
Cheryl updates
I'm
using a real name.
though.
Yeah, we never know. We'll never know.
Do you think Cheryl listened to the podcast?
No, but like,
But like as if someone who knows Cheryl didn't tell Cheryl.
it's kind of when you name the puppy and you say she's missing an arm, it really narrows it down.
It's pretty niche.
It's micro niche shit, okay? So it wasn't great. I thought the world was ending. I was like, anything goes. You know what I mean? And I would like walk outside. I'm like all in bitch Bible merch. Like it's not great. It wasn't great for us. And it was just painfully specific. So I don't really know why I'm talking about that.
Well, I would really
COVID.
I would
We're bringing
really
it back.
like to know. Like I feel like between my listeners and yours, we can solve this mystery.
I mean, maybe she never had. Maybe I just never noticed, and
Yeah.
then that really made me.
But then
do
why
it
was there two hands reaching?
prosthetic?
Oh, I thought you said you saw the phalanges move.
That's what I thought. But I was also out of my mind. It was COVID. Who knows?
Oh.
I was like a hamster in a cage.
That's
So
true.
I could have hallucinated the whole.
No, if there's a Cheryl.
Maybe not.
Plot twist.
A plot twist. No Cheryl.
Like I'm like full. What's the guy's name in Beautiful Mind?
yeah.
I'm schizophrenic.
Yeah, or I'm thinking, what's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Inception.
Nope, the one where he
The
Shutter
one.
Island.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah,
Shutter Island.
that's you.
Yeah. Literally looking through the shutters of my home at Cheryl's. Yeah.
Do you think Leo could have fit on the raft?
1,000%.
Yeah. Okay.
1,000%.
Last question. Do you think Carol Baskin fed her husband to the tigers?
Yes.
You really believe that?
Kind of.
I don't.
I kind of do.
No, I'll tell you why.
Okay.
My
Have you
theory.
seen her?
Yeah, I was on Dancing with the Stars with her. Became friends with her.
Forgot about
Oh.
I want-
Okay, well then now I trust you. 'cause
I
you have
wanted to
intel.
hug her because I think that really f- up because I think that's a show that will want to make you believe whatever they want you to believe.
Okay.
It's reality television show. It's a documentary, and I think they wanted you to believe that because that made people talk about it so much, and I really don't think she did, and I think it destroyed her life.
Or
Yeah.
Or she fed him to the tigers and that destroyed her life and now she lives with crippling guilt and she can barely look herself in the mirror every morning.
Or that.
Or that. Or that for
Yeah.
sure. Okay.
Just good to
Yeah.
play out both options.
Weigh out all of our options. I
Yeah.
look at him just like,
Wait,
getting
what pop
cozy.
culture moment, like currently, are you most fixated on?
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, JoJo Siwa has
Oh
really
my.
taken me on a journey.
What is your take on that?
I have gone all the way around where now I'm obsessed with her. I was like, what? This bitch is fucking nuts. And now I'm like just with her. I'm just riding
are?
with her. Yeah.
Like, are most people riding the wave with her, or are they still like?
I don't think so. I think they still
I
think,
think people are riding the wave to watch.
it's batshit, but I'm supporting JoJo Siwa.
Do you think she knows it's batshit,
Yes.
and that people are talking about her, and so she keeps?
comes from the mind frame of like, keep talking shit. You're making
Yeah.
me famous.
Totally.
Thanks for the downloads.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's not great, but I can support her in that.
Okay.
Also, really obsessed with like Jessica Biel on TikTok.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's she doing on there?
It's not great, but I love like really niche, like faux quirky energy on social media.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's in my bag? Like, I don't know how this got in here. But like, it's not really funny or entertaining, but like, love it. Obsessed.
Oh, funny.
Very niche. Very niche. Also, Beverly Mitchell, a star. Obsessed with
Who's
Beverly
that?
Mitchell. She was on Seventh Heaven.
Oh my God. Okay, yes, I know who you're talking about.
When I
Googling.
tell you, no joke, people say dream guest.
Beverly Mitchell.
It is Beverly Mitchell. I've offered her money.
Oh, yeah.
She will not come on my podcast.
Is she just too private of a life now? Like, what's
I
she
don't
doing?
know. I'm just obsessed. I'm fascinated by Beverly Mitchell.
But, like, I would
why?
think she would want to
I
come
can't
on a
explain it.
podcast.
What about Gypsy Rose stuff?
Gypsy Rose, love her glow up. I'm very fascinated by how she's like navigating social media because, you know, she took a break for a while.
Yeah.
She's like, didn't want to be a part of it. But now she's like hard launched the rhinoplasty, which is exciting. I do feel like the hair color is living a little 2012.
Yeah.
I'd like her to see like, you know, a blonde specialist and just like really
yeah, I want
dial
her
it
to
up.
like maybe do like a honey blonde. You know the honey blonde?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little chunky. It's a little box bleach job.
Yeah.
So we got to work on that. But
Yeah.
like I'm enjoying her exploring.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, those are your top.
those are my things.
Okay. I want to keep talking. I don't want us to be over.
Wait, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Okay. I watched your season
Yeah.
of The Bachelorette.
Yeah.
And I have never seen or heard of anyone else that has the crippling bird phobia.
Oh, it's very real.
No, but it's
very real.
No. I always tell people it is so real. I have
have
had
it?
it my entire
Oh,
life.
you have it too.
Oh.
If there was a bird in here right now, I would freak
Oh,
out.
I would shit. If there's a cockroach or a mouse, I'd go, oh, that sucks.
Same.
But if
I'd be
there's a
like, ew.
bird, if
Yeah.
there's a snake curled up in that corner, I'd be like, holy, there's a snake. But a bird, I would run out.
The smallest type of bird.
Any bird.
And no, are you afraid? Okay, so I have a weird thing. When I see a bird, I cover my ears. I don't want the thought of them touching my ear or my foot. Like I have safe shoes. So when I'm outside, like a clothes,
I
like a
keep
sneaker.
getting, look at me, I'm getting body chills. It's any part of my body I feel that way though.
Same. Like if like a pigeon, I'm actually less afraid of the bigger birds. Still terrified, but like a crow is less scary to me.
Crows are terrifying.
but they
dive
move.
bomb you.
They do dive bomb, but they move slower.
I don't care how slow or fast you move. If
Yeah.
you're a bird,
What do you do in Europe?
freak out. I
Freak out.
scream.
Me too. Me too.
Do you remember that episode? That's a long time ago. That I was behind Nick
Uh-huh.
and I was like this to him and he was like, what the hell? And we were trying to walk through a park and I was like,
And
like
people
everywhere.
think it's like
a bit.
a bit, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what a terrible
It's a
bit.
stupid bit. It's a
It's-
crippling fear.
It is. I'm so
Like something comes
terrified.
over my whole body where
Yeah.
I like almost feel sick and overheated at a bird.
I jump out of my skin. Like I
Yeah.
can't. It's like I have to just get away.
Yeah.
Like I have to. The thought of them like by my feet, by my ears, the
Yeah.
flapping sound. Like
The flapping is what sends me.
me too.
Yeah.
Would you be less afraid if they didn't fly?
Yes.
Same.
Yes. It is the flying. It's the flapping.
It's the flapping. It's the
unpredictable.
diving.
Yeah.
They're so. Oh my
They're
god.
ruthless. They don't give a about
like
you.
full chest rush.
Yeah,
probably
I'm actually a
talking
little
about it.
itchy.
Yeah, no, I can't. Like, I'm terrified. I went
Aw.
to hypnosis therapy. It didn't work.
I've thought about doing that,
It doesn't work.
but then I'm so scared of them doing exposure therapy.
I won't do that.
Did they make you like listen to bird sounds?
No, they didn't. It was just like it really didn't work. It was
Mm.
like they kind of just put you in a trance and like make you think about it. But like
No.
I'm not doing exposure therapy. I
No.
won't sit outside.
No.
I went to Europe recently and I like got invited to this fashion show that I totally did not belong at. It was like a pity invite. And
I'll take it.
it was at the Louvre in Paris.
Whoa.
And there's so many pigeons
So
there.
many pigeons there.
And they didn't send
And they like are feeding them and like bringing them in and around.
disgusting.
Yeah. Gross.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
And if you go to Paris, I have routes, pigeon-free routes.
Oh, cool. I actually am going there for my birthday next month, so
Okay,
I'll
like,
take those.
I literally know the streets
Okay.
where there are less pigeons and
Cool.
like back roads because like those main streets, too many pigeons.
Yeah.
And I kept asking the PR girl, I'm like, well, what time when is it? Because they don't give you the invitation until you actually physically get there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to go. If it's during the day and it's outside, like I can't go.
Yeah.
Because I will create a scene.
Yeah,
If one
I get that.
pigeon is by me, like I wouldn't be able to sit there.
No, I can't, and I can't stay calm. And like I gasp, I scream.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, same. Like I would not ever be able to sit in any situation.
I get embarrassed too. Like I was just in New York the other day, walking down the street, and a pigeon like flew by me, and I screamed so loud.
Oh, yeah.
And people are like, and
We
I'm
were
like,
walking this morning to the beach, and you screamed, and I was like, "What's happening?" You're like, "Oh, I just thought that crow was gonna dive bomb me." I was like,
Yeah,
I didn't even see a crow.
It's
Yeah.
so embarrassing. Like I realize like it's tweaky too. Like I get like very like
yeah, no. Oh my God, I'm glad we share that fear.
we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonded.
We
Okay.
have that in common.
Wow. We're going
really
to end
glad
on
I
a
don't
high
have
note
this
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. We are the same person, you and I.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I've only, I mean, once in a while people will DM me and be like, I too have a fear of birds.
But I feel like I don't believe them because I'm like, you think like being afraid that a bird's gonna like shit on you is not the same thing.
It's not the same. Like I have nightmares about birds.
Yeah.
One time, I just bought a new house. 2 months into being at my new house, birds were covering my whole front lawn and in the trees, but it's never happened since.
Okay. I have a solution for you because the same thing happened to me when I moved into my
Shotgun.
house. Well, yes, that and hawks, owls. I have all of them.
Oh, like fake ones outside.
No. I have
Oh.
real ones. But literally, they like live in my trees. It's so scary.
God.
Bought at bare minimum 50 disco balls from Amazon, and I had them in all of my trees, which is like also kind of a vibe.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
Well, it worked for temporarily. They came back, but it does work. They don't like the reflection.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
So
I have so many trees in my backyard.
disco
Done.
ball it up, baby. Yeah.
Okay.
Party
works.
vibes all the time.
Yeah, that sounds nice. My backyard's my little oasis, so that's
There you
great.
go.
Wow, thank you so much. Tell everybody where they can find you.
My podcast is The Bitch Bible. It comes out on Tuesdays. You can listen to it everywhere. And I'm on Instagram at Jackie Schimmel.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming. That was
Thank
so
you.
fun.
Very
That
fun.
was really
So
fun.
fun.
I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. I'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next